different video, y'all. This is outfit of the day, ladies. What you got to say? Y'all, I gotta go into the office this morning. I got some computer stuff I gotta get done to my computer. And I gotta get a new earpiece and all that stuff. So I said, let me go on and go to the office, let them do it moving. You know how you IT people are. Sometimes you can't link it from the home. So I said, let me just go on and take it in, let them do their zooms and whams, no problem. Make a day of it, get some supplies. Yeah, sometimes you just have to do it. So I said, let me go on and do an outfit of the day. Hey, ladies, what you got to say? So anyway, this is what I'm wearing into the office today. Very business casual, love it, simple. Got my orange going on. I didn't show y'all blow by blow because you know you got to get back into the routine, even though it's not but one day. Still, you got to extra time. So anyway, gotta go on, hook the computer. But anyway, just wanted to show you my outfit of the day. And I just got on some black slacks, just simple, going into the office. All right, y'all, let me go. Let's go get in the car. It's gonna be a busy week. Cause like I said, I gotta go back to the eye doctor. And you know what? Actually, I gotta go push my trash to the front. Let me go. We'll talk in the car. All right, y'all, good morning. All aboard. Let's get on this train. All right, y'all, we rolling. We headed into the office. I said, let me get on the highway good so I won't have to be interrupted and disrupted. But y'all, yesterday was extremely busy. But I'm gonna tell y'all, when I tell y'all, can I say something? Can I say it again? I'm telling y'all, when I tell you I am addicted to TikTok, and not in a negative way, because I mean there's some really good stuff out there. But I'm just telling you, I have tapped into the grown folk section, honey. Let me tell you, I love it. And honey, y'all ain't going, you navigate where you need to navigate. But I'm just telling you, I have truly enjoyed me some grown folk stuff. It ain't messy, it ain't mess. It's just grown folk know how to talk grown folk. And it is awesome. Anyway, so in my adventures in searching, I ran across this man. He plays just all kinds of hymns and but last night, you know, as I was working, let me tell you something. He plays beautifully. His name is David Riffin, I believe. And he was playing that piano beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. I screenshotted, and I'm following him, but I screenshotted his name, so I'll put it in the on the screen somewhere. And he was, you know, taking requests as people were joining in, and I absolutely love. And that's one thing I do miss about going to church is, you know, singing with the musicians, just that live music. And I do miss that piano and that organ. There's just absolutely nothing like it. So anyway, it just blessed my spirit just to hear that piano playing. And I can remember years and years ago, I would put in my plug into my ears as I was working and just listen to classical music, piano playing. It is so soothing. It is so peaceful. It causes you to center yourself. Well, for me, I'll just say for me, it causes you to center yourself. It brings you into like a very peaceful Zen mode. But he just played so beautifully, and he knew where to pause and then the crescendo. I just absolutely loved it. But anyway, I did want to share his particular TikTok channel. But anyway, I just absolutely love, again, his name is David Rifton, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Rifton or Rufton. But anyway, I'll leave his name, and you can find him. And like I said, I don't know how often he does the live piano playing. I think he may do it every day, daily. And I'm not sure about the times and all that, because like I said, I just started following him last night. But I absolutely wanted to give him a shout out, and he did ask his audience to share his page, his TikTok. So I would definitely be tuning in to just beautiful interpretation of the different songs. Like he played My Eyes on the Sparrow, just different songs and hymns, just those old church time songs. Absolutely loved it. The other thing I wanted to just mention, on yesterday, a lot of things happened in the news. And again, as always, we keep this whole world lifted up. We are still in a pandemic, of course. There are things going on in Afghanistan, Haiti. There's just stuff going on right here in our own backyard. Right in our own families, we could have some stuff going on. Amen. But the Kellys, we had a situation going on with Kelly Price and then R. Kelly. But let me just speak on life is what it is. Family situations, family dynamics are what they are. And from my understanding, Kelly Price, I believe she spoke on it, that she had contracted C-19 and she was healing. I think she indicated that she either had died for a couple of hours and came back, or coded out, whatever, however you want to interpret what all that means. And she was brought either back to life or whatever. So whatever all that means to you, however she expressed and explained it, and her family was concerned because they had not heard from her, according to them. Again, the jury's out as far as what all went on with that. And I don't know about you all, but when you are under a doctor's care, i.e. you go to a family doctor and you go and you get checked out for whatever ails you, you go twice a year or how often is needed. You're under a family care doctor, whether it's vision, dental, again, from the rooter to the tutor, from your head to the toe. Like me, I go to my doctors like sometimes at least three times a year, sometimes 4. My family doctor, my personal doctor. And you have paperwork that you fill out that if something were to happen to you, there is a person or persons you list that if they have to disclose medical power of attorney, whatever it is that you have in place, there are people that you are releasing that office. You release, if it's not your spouse or someone, of course, if you're married, that would, your spouse, but you have something in your medical records that say, hey, if something were to happen to me, here's the point of contact. Here's where I've signed where, yes, you can discuss and or release info concerning my medical whatever to this said person or persons. Everyone should have that, because that's, under HIPAA, that is a protection. So, I mean, if I'm just, again, this is about knowledge. I'm just telling y'all. This is about knowledge and having power and knowledge. If you don't have that said paperwork in place, I don't care who you are, sister, brother, whoever, and you could be very well somebody that actually takes care of a person. If your loved one has not put you on any kind of paperwork to get all the zoom and whams and rooter to the tutor about you, they don't have to release a daggone thing about your medical status, period. I don't care if it's your close sister. I don't care if it's your sister that you ain't talked to in 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So that's all I'm going to speak on, because I don't know what to get down there. I'm not going to try to get into all the weeds of all of that. The angle I'm taking on it, or I'm speaking on for us on the outside looking in, if you will, let this be a conversation perhaps that we all need to have as family members. Because see, here's the thing, a lot of people don't like to talk about this kind of stuff, but again, in everything there's a prepared place for a prepared people. Let this be something that we educate ourselves in. Matter of fact, me and my mother were talking about this the other day, that we need to go over our paperwork and stuff, life insurance policies. Do we need to re-look at everything of the beneficiary? Make sure we know we got all this paperwork in place, so if anything happens to me and my mother or any of us, we know where that paperwork is. Again, just going over this stuff, just making sure everything, because when stuff happens, everybody is numb, everybody is devastated, and you're not really thinking straight. I'm just telling you. It's devastating to go through that process when a loved one passes. Everything, I'm just telling you, I've been through it. When my father passed, my mother, she just went numb. I mean, I had to step in along with some of my other family members, my sister, and I had to step in and take care of a lot, because my mom physically lost her voice. She physically lost her voice. She couldn't talk. It was like she just couldn't talk. So I had to sit down and do the program and all that stuff. You have to just be in present mind to know where stuff is, to communicate. Because even though you have a devastating death that happens, and even though it's that kind of stuff, it has to get done. It has to get done. It just does. And even though you're grieving, you still have to have the strength and the help of the Lord to get you through that kind of stuff. So I just said all that to say this. In sickness and or in death, this is the type of conversations families need to have. And like I said, based on what I heard come out of Kelly Price's mouth, she was kind of estranged from some of her family members anyway before she even got sick. But again, that's the importance of whatever the get down and whatever the dynamic is in your family. With everything that's going on in the world right now, I think it's important. Y'all, I'm just being serious. I think it's important that we all sit down as families and say, okay, what you got going on with you? What kind of coverage do you have? You ain't got to let me know how much it is. Okay, do you have something in place? Look, I'm just telling you. Listen. We all hope and pray, oh God, my master, that none of us get snatched up unexpectedly. But the day and time that we're living in is happening people are getting sick and they're not making it through this COVID, y'all. I'm just telling you. And even beyond that, things just happen. Things just happen. So, again, just depending on whatever your family dynamic is, the conversation needs to take place. What do y'all have in place? And here's the thing. Some people may not have anything in place, and then that way, that means that you, the loved ones that perhaps could be left behind to pick up the pieces, then you'll know, okay, well, at least we know. We might, of course, we family members, we may be the ones that are left here to come up with the funds to do this, that, the other. And I get that too. So anyway, like I said, the only purpose of me talking about that is to just say, hey, the conversation needs to happen, people. It really does. And as a family, we have to be able to sit down and say, hey, listen, I ain't trying to get in your business like that, but I'm trying to get in your business. I don't need to know the amounts and all that, but hey, what do you have in place? And then if you don't have something in place, is it something that you can go ahead on out and look for, perhaps something affordable, so that you at least have something in place? And again, as far as, you know, life insurance, and then on top of that, medical, do you have somebody in your records that if something befalls you, that you got somebody already selected? Whether, again, if it's your spouse, great, that's your spouse. But if you're not married and you need somebody to be a liaison or your medical advocate that can make good medical sound decisions on your behalf because you've discussed it with them, if something befalls you, okay, they're on your records, they're in your records, and there's no problem for your doctor's office or that said medical, you know, professional, they can go ahead on and release whatever it is that they need to release to you to let you know this is what's going on with this person. And see, you can avoid all of this as what happened with and look, Kelly Price is nobody special. She just happened to be a public figure and a celebrity in the public eye. But let me tell you something. This happens all the time. Listen, y'all. This happens all the time with, if you want to call this, you know, normal mainstream people. Everyday people. This happens to people in people everyday life. Let me tell you something. People, ooh, Lord, my master. Let me tell you something. People fight and carry on something ugly, fierce every day when it comes to loved ones and their medicals this and their medical that, their personal belongings. Who gonna get the lamp? Who gonna get the pair of shoes that you coveted since you was 2 years old? I'm just telling you, it happens every day in everyday life for people. So again, so much, look, so much can be taken care of. Oh my God, hear what I'm saying to y'all. So much can be taken care of if everybody just sit down and have a conversation. Just sit down and have a conversation and find out these things. Who's going to be the person that, you know, is going to be in charge, so to speak, if something goes to the left? Who's going to be the point of contact? That way you don't have 19 Indians, or how's that thing go? You don't have 19 cooks in the kitchen. You just need one cook and maybe one sous chef to be able to communicate to all of the other 20. And you ain't got all 20 trying to make all these decisions and just convoluting everything. I'm just telling y'all. And like I said, of course, we're on the outside looking in. We don't know all the zooms and whams that went down. We can only go by what Kelly Price said, what she said out of her mouth, and then her other family members are coming forward and saying this and that and the other. Her husband or boyfriend or whoever he is, because some family members said that no, that ain't her husband, that's her boyfriend. Well, Kelly said it's her husband. So I mean, you know, it's just, ooh, child. So anyway, all that, whatever all that is and all that means, all I can say is, like I said, based on the sides that have been coming out, I ain't even gonna get into all that the weeds of that. What I'm extracting out of that is, as a family, for those you do have relationships with, for those that you are close with, for those that you are getting along with peaceably, and with everything that's going on in this world today, young and old, people not surviving this pandemic, please find out. Please find out what you got. And find out what everybody need. Get things in place. Who's your medical advocate? Who's in the file that can see your medical stuff? If something go to the left and somebody need to make decision, who does your medical profession need to contact if something befalls you? And whoever that point of contact is, if they have been given the instruction, listen, my medical professional team has the right to contact you, but everybody else, I don't want my medical mess leaving your mouth. I want you to know, because you're the one who's responsible for my affairs. But the rest of these folk, I don't give them nothing. And people have a right to do that. It is what it is. That's, you know, hey, it is what it is. And the point of contact person need to be able to understand that too, that, hey, if you are the person that they've put down, then you also have to be willing and ready to accept all that entails. Whatever that responsibility is of making whatever said decisions. And then, you know, if something if it really goes way to the left, then of course at that time you'll have to bring whoever you need to bring into the fold to assist you with all any plans that have to be made. I mean, that's a given. That's understood. But anyway, y'all, again, that's my thought on that particular Kelly. Now, the other Kelly is Mr. R. Kelly. And yesterday, the jury came back and convicted him of the crime of racketeering. And you know, all I can say about that is that, you know, that's just it. The jury found him guilty of that. Now, my understanding is, with any conviction that any American citizen is charged with and found guilty of, have the right to an appeal. And I'm sure his team is going to appeal it. And so it will continue, I guess. We shall see what happens with that. And being that we didn't see all the goings on in the court because it was not open to cameras, and I didn't follow that trial at all. I mean, they had little snippets here and there in the media, because I think reporters were able to go into the court, and they came out of court and gave their, you know, thoughts and or comments on what happened, but other than that, we didn't get a eyewitness account of the court proceedings. So we had to conduct the theater of what went on in our mind. We had to conduct it that way. Man, it's been a minute since I had drove this way to go to work. It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. But in both those situations, I pray for the best for both of them, and I pray that Miss Kelly Price is restored, that she can begin to use her gift of singing, her gift that has brought her and taken her to her wealthy place. I mean, that's how that woman eats, lives, and makes her living through her ability to sing. And I'm sure she has other things that she does that allows her the ability to make an income. But I mean, that's primarily how she has made, how she eats, how she lives. And singing has been very lucrative for her. Acting, she does act, and she's a very good actress. And like I said, I'm sure she's not limited to that. There's probably a whole lot of other things that she does that I just am not in knowledge of. But primarily her singing, her acting. I'm sure she does producing and mentoring and a lot of other things entrepreneurial wise. But I'm sure her love is to sing. And her instrument is gonna have to be rebuilt, conditioned, training, her lungs, breathing, all of that is going to have to be restored. Amen. And I just pray that she has a speedy recovery in that, so she can get back to doing her. Amen. I mean, when you think about the things that you have had and you've used and utilized your whole life, and it was like second nature to you, and then when it is snatched away from you suddenly, oh my God, you recognize how precious those things are when you no longer can operate in them. Oh, it'll put something on your mind. Yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. But anyway, y'all, that's all I wanted today. Dropping in on you as we approach heading into the office, and this is another edition of All Aboard. Let's get on this train. But anyway, yeah, y'all think about that as families, and even if you're single and it's just yourself, and if you are you may be a health advocate for somebody else, I think it's important that people have health advocates. I really do. Because, you have to be someone that will stand in the gap, almost like an intercessor, as Jesus is for us. You have to be able to stand in the gap. Somebody that's really gonna advocate for you if something go to the left. Because I'm gonna just tell you, if you don't fight for your health, and somebody be there to ask questions, just simply ask the question. We understand that
People are professionals. But there's nothing wrong when you have somebody that's a health advocate that can just ask a question here or there and cause them to say, you know what, yeah, we can try that out. But if you don't ever ask that question, if you don't ever have a good health advocate up in there that can just cause a health professional to say, well, yeah, we can explore that avenue. You never know. That might be the avenue that you needed to go down there to start with. That brings the proper treatment and healing to your loved one or to the person that you're the health advocacy for. And it could be just as simple of you being a health advocate for someone, that you find all the necessary resources that that person needs, because they're so down and out, they're so sick, or they're so overwhelmed, or their focus is to heal, that they ain't got time to be calling this place and that place and this place and that place. See, that health advocate will get in there and do that extra leg work and do that extra following up on things on that person's behalf. And again, get that person all the extra help and all the extra resources they need, so that their quality of life is improved, so that their quality of life is a little bit better. Oh my God, it's so important. It really is. It really is. So that's all I'm saying. That you can lend that helping hand to someone. Ooh, that's a big tree that got cut down. Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all can see me, because that sun is bright, baby. That sun is bright. Anyway, I love y'all. Thanks for taking this ride with me to work. I love you. God bless. And may the peace of the Lord be with you. Bye, y'all.